Hello, welcome to the Life, Love, and Laughter Show. My name is Michael ALPOUGH, and welcome to the 58th show of the Triple L. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for coming in later, today, tomorrow, or years from now. I've talked to a whole lot of people in my life. I've met thousands of people. Just can't even say how many people, whose names I probably remember even from now, of course, people I met as a kid, you know, when you get into this age bracket, you don't recognize people. People change so much, you know, even myself, I've certainly changed. I don't look like I used to. So sometimes it's hard to recognize people, here. Yes, absolutely. It's happened to me before where people knew me with hair, and I've been around people who I knew, and I wanted to see if they recognized me, and they never did. They were standing next to me, looking at me. And of course, it's somebody I really knew well, too, by the way. So today is a really something I think that really needs to be addressed, and that is the opinionated bullying that's going on. It is the sign of the times what opinionated bullying is. This is a different world where we live in, that people are opinionating with bullying style. You better take that, or you shouldn't take that, or you should be eating the blue pills, and you should be eating the red pills, and you should be going for the green deal, and you should be what the boo. Okay. And where does it leave you? It leaves you having to make some kind of stand. And so that whatever that stand is what they want you to believe. If you noticed that everything is being categorized now, okay? Everything is being categorized. You are now a racist. You hate the government. You're not doing what you're told. And now it's even going further with violence to back it up. People are being stopped on the street, blocked on the street, unless they honk for a movement. And if they don't, now they're getting their tires slit and their windows broke. And these are elderly people. Is that right? That's bullying, not only with opinions, but with violence. And that's where we have entered into this fine line of you better believe, or let's discuss it. Now, I grew up with being bullied quite a bit. I mean, from the time I was 5 years old, the neighborhood began for me when I was walking the neighborhood, walking home. Bullying was something that I lived with every day until I got out of high school, basically. Definitely, I've been in at least 20 fights in my life. 20. How many of you ever had? I know some of you never had one. Well, good for you. I'm glad nobody maybe bullied you. But like me, in other people, we've had to live with it. And what did it do? It caused CPTSD, which is complex post-traumatic stress disorder. People, it is the first time you're hearing this program. People always considered PTSD as a military disease, a military disorder. But I would say that if you go and start looking and studying, you will see that it's now been upgraded to complex post-traumatic stress disorder, which everyone is expressing. Now, believe me, bullies, and it's not just physical, which it was for me. It's physical, mental, emotional, and always kept me in fight mode because you just didn't know who would just come up and punch you. So CPTSD, which is, I would say I'm 99% healed on it, but it's that 1% that kind of pretty much never leaves. Okay, it can't be all the way because it's an ongoing process. It really is. You can't say you don't have it. You can say you've overcome it, which is what I have. So now, believe me, my opinions are different than pretty much anybody and everybody I've met now. So I have surprised a lot of people. And I know, there's a lot of things that's been said that have gotten back to me. I've been probably called a burner, a bum, and a backslider in one sentence. Okay. But CPTSD healing is letting everyone, the healing is letting yourself go and find your true self and become your true self. And that takes, or at the time, it took a decision for me numerous times that I was willing to lose every single person to go find myself. I'd done that a number of times where I had to go find myself with the risk of losing past friends. And it happens, So, here we come here. I'm just saying that my background is here is enough. Enough is enough. Being right, no matter what, to me, is part of the CPTSD. When people are bullying you, they've had trauma in their lives, and they're taking it out on you. So, opinion bullies demand you listen to them because they're right and you're wrong. Okay, so when they started out, you're automatically wrong. Okay. And, this occurs with everybody. Women who've been mistreated for generations, this is something that is hard for them, but it's also very hard for men. Okay. And usually it comes from parents, family, dating, work, church, and friends. All right. So now there's all if you see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 cross reference of people complexly affecting you. Each one is complex. Your parents, maybe one was nice to you and the other one was very critical. Okay. Family members not agreeing with you, telling you what's right and what's wrong with you, dating, getting in a relationship where the person's opinions become bully statements, going to work, listening to your boss, having to put up so you can get paid. So you allow that bullying because there's a reason for it. Okay. So why listen to them? Why even listen to them? If they're bullying you, why? Well, the fear of losing the person by not agreeing. So you're not going to agree, or you're not going to disagree with the person, but what does this cause you? Because you want to express your opinion, but you have the fear of losing the person by not agreeing. So this forces you into staying quiet and feeling pushed up against the wall or into a corner. You've heard that expression, don't back me into a corner. Okay. Now, if you know what that means, being backed at the corner, you can't move left or right. So the only way out of that corner is straight. And this also has, you're afraid to stand alone. Your peers, your family, your parents, your job. You want to have intimacy, to feel like you belong. But through that, if this is what is happening to you, the fear of losing the person or staying quiet and feeling pushed, it brings you to not be afraid to stand alone. And then this is you. And this is how this affects you. Okay. Is you say, I reserve the right not to express my opinion. That's what you're stating. So this is your own personal self-responsibility that you're allowing this process to happen. And see, the people that bullied me no longer have an effect on me. Okay. Now, this was one of those results. You reserve the right not to express your opinion. And so when you don't express your opinion, then you don't feel like anybody's here that hears you. And then it devalues you. When you're forced to listen to someone who's bullying, it freezes you up. It makes you timid. And then you don't feel that you're valuable, that your words are valuable. And so you're the one, I'm the one who let that part get to me by not expressing my opinion, you see? And so I would hold back my true feelings a lot. Yeah, that changed. Okay. Because I realized my opinion mattered first and foremost. See, I could back off from the bullying and go, well, okay, you said that, but that doesn't mean I'm going to be this way. All right. So now, one of the people that I follow and I really want to recommend you is the show she has is Crappy Childhood Fairy, and she's on YouTube. Crappy Childhood Fairy, and she talks about CPTSD. Now, there's many people out there, but this lady just seems to have the just the hold on it correctly, and she utilizes her life as the education to pass on to you. And she's very good, and she's been around for a number of years, and I really recommend you give her a check out. And because to me, she has the ball on this, and this is just one of the many topics that I talk about. Okay, so anyway, there were 5 suggestions that she brought up, and I'm kind of paraphrasing them here. And again, this is take the best and leave the rest, guys. Okay, again, that's my motto. Take the best and leave the rest. I'm not complex. I got it broke down. I know what I say. You're not always going to agree on, or you might agree on. But if there's one thing that we agree on, I know that I have passed on something that can help you. So, number 1, say your truth to yourself and share it with someone you trust first. It only takes one person to believe in you. Just one. If that one is of value to you, then you know that there is somebody out there that actually supports you and respects you. But again, you say the truth to yourself. You see, so let's break that down. Say your truth to yourself. This was my process. Write it down. This is my process. I say it to myself over and over and over again. This is why I was saying to you about certain words. I love you. This is part of that truth. I believe in you. This is part of the truth. I'm your best friend. This is my truth. Once you understand your truth, then it's easier to risk sharing with that someone first. And even if they don't agree with you, then you know that they accept you. Holy crap. Thing is buzzing here. And so, jeez. Hold on here. Ding-a-ling-a-ling here. Okay. So what's important is to find someone that you trust. Now, I trust my wife. So I have someone who, well, I'm lucky. So I may have said earlier, if I had to, I could walk along my own path, but not without her. I ain't that stupid. So, no, honey, we aren't talking about you. Okay, so number 2, become a professional listener. You see, when you go back here and you fear losing the person and you stay quiet and you're afraid to stand alone, then what happens is you stop listening. You freeze up. You see, you don't allow yourself to open up for fear. And so Be a perfect listener. One of the things that I tell people when I meet them is I will listen to every word you say. Every word. Even though I know you're going to say something that I absolutely have no agreement with. I know that from the beginning, well, I'm probably not going to agree with them, but a professional listener listens anyway to every word, because you know what? I still might learn something. Because I live in the moment, and here's the moment. Here's the moment. So it is okay to listen. And when someone knows that you're listening to them, they can learn from themselves. They can learn for themselves. Because most of the time, a person who's opinionated bully, and I've met many, they want to be listened to. So if you listen to them, this is the key. This is the key on how to handle a bully. You set up the rules. Now listen, I'm going to listen to you. I'm going to listen to every word you say. The only thing I ask is that you listen to me the way I listen to you. Agreed? Well, of course, they may say yes, but again, here it comes. Here comes the bully message. Here comes the opinion. Here comes the put down. Here comes the thing that says, to tell you how wrong you are. Okay? How wrong you are and how right they are. All right? So you listen to every word. Now, this takes practice. Okay, this takes practice of being neutral and not let your blood start boiling. Be neutral. You quiet your mind. You slow down to speed up, because this person is on full speed control and wants to blurt out their message, and they're not going to listen to you. This has happened to me a number of times in all my talks with lots of people that I've talked to over the years, especially in the business side. But one of the things, this exercise, these simple words. Now, I'm going to listen to every word you say, and I want you to listen to me. Okay? Are we agreed? Yes, I agree. So you let them talk. You look at your watch. Take a little look. Okay? They rattled off for 10 minutes. 10 minutes. I think my stream is there. I'm back. You listened. Okay. All right now. Johnny Wani, I just listened to you for 10 minutes. Did I interrupt you? Nope. So I appreciate you listen to every word that I say, because I listen to every word you say. And when I'm done, I'm going to listen to your words again. And this has happened on these kind of people that are bullies. And so what happens is, when they know that you've listened to them, and I mean every word, something can change in them. There's been time when the person goes, you know what? I've been interrupting you. I just now see that, because you told me you listened to me for 10 minutes and you never interrupted me. And at least it puts you on a neutral ground. And look, so opinion bullies, you have to deal with them every single time you talk to them. Because they're not getting that same courtesy from other people. So there's reasons why, people, but again, at the end, most people just want to be heard. And that's what's giving compassion, without giving up yourself in the process. You see? So connect with people. I kind of said this again. It only takes one person. That's it. Just one person. There's a lot of people I'm that one person for. Because they know when they talk to me, I'm going to hear every word. Even if I don't agree. Okay? People say some of the same things over and over and over to me, knowing I'm not going to change. But I listen, because there might be just a couple little nuggets in there that I can learn. So that's really one of the most important things to do here. So you connect with people. You see, this is how you, by not taking so offended by someone coming at you, which is your responsibility. How you react, how you act is on you. So if you say, man, I don't want to listen to you no more, and hang the phone up, you might be making a point. Or if you say, you know what, I listened to you and now I want you to listen to me, and then I want you to answer this question, whatever it is. But again, connection with people, and with one person allows you to do it again. Because if you do it with one, then you learn your own ground rules. See, that's what you're supposed to learn. My ground rules. I know my ground rules. It's whenever I pick the phone up or whenever I meet someone, I already have the ground rules because I made them. Number 4, recover your autonomy. Recover your autonomy. I apologize for that. Autonomy. So I looked up the definition because I know what it meant, but I'm like, okay, the quality or state of being self-governing, especially the right of self-government, and I put in of your mind. Autonomy also is, like a state has autonomy. There's other different ones we make, but what was interesting about it was the self-governing. We're all governmentally controlled. So this is about self-governing your mind, recovering from that helpless and paralyzing fear of standing on your own. Standing on your own. Number 5, love your life. Love your life. Got my titles in there. Live, love, and love your life. That's about being able to get to the place to smile and laugh on it. And finally, take control of your weaknesses by knowing them, which is self-honesty in action. We all lie to each other. You know what? I can squeeze in that shirt pretty easy, man. It doesn't look. It's easy to lie to yourself, but when you take control of your weaknesses by knowing them, I'm still a little sensitive on that. I got to be careful to not be defensive. Write it down. And just make sure, okay, I'm honest that I want to really, feel a little bit comfortable about what I feel spiritually, whatever. Okay? Control of your weaknesses by knowing them. And self-honesty in action. It's really been good. This is a tough subject. I know I've been talking about tough subjects, but again, I'm about the self-honesty. I'm about us being an adult of our mind. And I want to wish you a better afternoon. I'll be back later on at, I want to say 6:15. Usually I'm going to wait till 7. I'm trying to get in a little bit early. I'm always want to do the 2:15 and then kind of wait a little bit on the evening to get people at home. So enough is enough on the bullying and accepting the bullying. Be your best self, and that's good enough. And I'll see you later on. Bye for now.